Remember, the key is repetition. I hate memorizing vocabularies. They listen a lot. Hi guys, I'm Mi-jung. Today I'm going to talk about how I self-study Spanish. After I decided to really learn English apart from school education, basically my approach to language acquisition is to follow a baby learning a language. Let's think about how baby learn. Do they start from grammar or books? No, they listen a lot. And then as they start to recognize some sounds, they copy and imitate them without even knowing the meaning. Meanwhile, they would make millions of mistakes, they would say lots of broken sentences, but eventually they would acquire the language. So this was the approach that I took for learning English. In this time as for Spanish, I would probably stick to the same way. So here are my tips and some materials that I'm using for Spanish learning. ¿Están listos? ¡Vámonos! Number 1. Número 1. Create an atmosphere where you can meet Spanish as natural as possible in your everyday life. In order to do so, the first thing I did was to change language setting on my phone into Spanish. What's the benefit of doing that? There's no need to memorize some vocabularies or expressions because you see it so often, so you just know it, like days, month, or some expressions related to getting notifications or getting calls or texts, etc. Secondly, from the moment I wake up in the morning until I go to bed, I try to let my ear be exposed to Spanish by listening to Mexican radios or a Spanish podcast. For that, I have been using this amazing app called TuneIn Radio. It has almost every single radio station from all over the world, and you can also search by region, language, or topic. It's free, so it's all yours. You can choose whatever you want to listen to. They offer not only radio stations, but also podcasts. So from there, I listen to Spanish Duolingo podcast and also TED and Español. Lastly, I watch Mexican YouTubers. I don't know many yet, but I'm gonna just share it. The first one is CBK, Christian Burgos, Korea. He talks about experiences in Korea with various foreigners. He's cute, and especially his smile, so charming. Maybe only my eyes, I don't know. And the next one is Ji-moon. I recently discovered her channel. She's Korean and she speaks amazing Spanish. And her voice is so sexy. Her general vibe, so attractive. You have to see it. This one too. And the next one is Super Holy. She's already super popular. The content she's giving is quite informative. Especially I love the video talking about Spanglish, Ingleñor. It's very interesting. She talks about her experience and how her point of view has been changed. I don't even speak Spanish very well, but I kind of understand why people are speaking Spanglish. For educational purposes, I watch No Hay Dos and How to Spanish podcast. Both are carried by Mexicans. Number 2, número 2. Repetition is the key. I like to use the speed adjustment feature when listening to podcasts or watching YouTube repeatedly because your ears need to be trained. Remember, your ears need training. So in the beginning, I start with the normal speed, and as I go, I speed it up. Once your ears get used to the maximum speed, which means you are able to catch every single word they speak, slow it down back to the normal speed. Then you'll be surprised how slowly they talk. In that way, you will feel more comfortable to listen to native speakers speaking. So pick a content you like and listen to it again and again and again until you know what they are going to say after hearing a word. That's the key. Repetition. Number 3, número 3. By the way, how do you make your fingers to make number 3? Do this, do this? I was just curious. Anyway, number 3, speak from the day 1 as you learning a language. I know some of you probably say, what? I just started to learn a language, then how can I speak anything? Believe me, it's very important to speak out loud from the day 1. Even simple expressions or short sentences like, how was your day? How are you? I'm Mi-jung. I'm hungry. Did you eat? I'm full. Because I eat a lot. Those things, simple ones. We can do that, right? And to help you out this, I strongly recommend language transfer as it's great for understanding Spanish in general, including how to structure sentences or grammar rules. This guy is amazing, bless him. I think it's the best free online courses existing by far. It's amazing to know that how much knowledge you can transfer from English to Spanish by changing your pronunciation simply to Spanish way, and also by applying simple rules. It's so systematic. It consists of 90 lessons and each one is around 10 minutes long. Right now I'm a little over lesson 20. You don't know how many times I had aha moments. Aha. And I don't want to imagine myself learning Spanish through Korean. No. By the way, I have to say thanks to Amy because I got to know language transfer through her. She's a Japanese YouTuber and also learning Spanish. She offers lots of great tips and useful information, so I recommend you guys to check it out as well. Number 4, número 4. Do not translate expressions or phrases word by word into your mother tongue or whatever language you're studying through. Instead, embrace it within the context. At this point, maybe I have to say I hate memorizing vocabularies. Instead, I try to remember some expressions or phrases together with the context. So if I face a similar situation, I just use it. It could be wrong sometimes, but most of the time, it's right. For example, no te preocupes. What does that mean? Don't worry. I accepted no te preocupes as a whole. I didn't divide it into no te preocupes. And also, tengo hambre. I didn't separate it as tengo hambre. Instead, I accepted it as tengo hambre. That's I'm hungry. Of course, this works for short sentences, but as you get more examples like this, and as you want to speak more complicated sentences, and you will realize no te preocupes. No is no, te is you, preocupes is worry. To worry, preocupar. You will later realize how those are structured in grammar-wise, and you'll be realizing it. In my view, grammar thingy comes later. So the first thing you need to do is copy and use it as much as possible. You'll realize it later. Additionally, I'm using Spanish Dick for English-Spanish dictionary. It's a really great dictionary and you probably know and you're already using it if you're learning Spanish. If not, please try it out. It has a lot of great features. That's pretty much all I have at this moment, and I'm going to share more materials and useful tips as I go further study Spanish. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys could get some useful information that you can apply to your own language learning. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe button, which keeps me really excited and at the same time feel more responsible somehow. Well, then we'll see you on my next video. Nos vemos. Ciao. Mwah. Oh, I would love to get to know more Mexican YouTubers, like charming, attractive. So please let me know in the comments if you know any of them, because I would love to find my role model for Mexican Spanish. Nos vemos. Ciao.